Thank you, Sonia, for inviting me to your program on the topic, The Essence of Your Being. My name is Amy. Together with my husband, we run a training consultancy company in Singapore that is known as Abundance Consulting. We provide programs to support career practitioners and people developers with our career coach certification program and also resources such as career assessment tools, personal profiling tools, coaching tools, and we have supported career practitioners across Asia and also through such programs as you can see from our slide here. We run programs around career management services. We also run corporate trainings and certification programs. So basically, we have been helping government agencies, Ministry of Education, by helping all high school counselors with our assessment tools so that they have knowledge and they have the tools to help their clients, their students to manage and to plan the career. My topic today is on career coaching framework, helping clients find that ikigai or reason for being. Let me share a little bit about my background. From young, I've always enjoyed working with young people, and I love observing human behaviors. I've always wondered about the connection between human behaviors and personality. So I have thought to become a child psychologist. But when I enrolled for university, one of my choices was architecture because we had to fill in 6 options. And due to poor enrollment, I was called in to sit in the test to see and to find out if I have the aptitude to become an architect. Unfortunately, I do. So I was called in and given a position in architecture. And for reason that I have unknown to myself and I guess to people around me, I stuck with this option. I decided not to change course into something that I was actually interested in. So I stayed and remained in architecture for 7 years. It was a long time, and by the time I graduated, I joined the government as an urban planner. It was a very stable job, but I wasn't really happy because I found that in my role as an urban planner and working in that organization, it actually curtails a lot of my personality, and there was misalignment between my values and the values of the organization, even to my supervisor. I knew that I've always wanted to support the work of my husband. I want to be a stay-at-home mom to look after my kids. And being an architect somehow has put a stop or unable, doesn't allow me to fulfill that part of my desire or my intention. So when my first child came along, I stopped work. And later on, maybe about 2 or 3 years into being a stay-at-home mom, I decided to start on my own business and become an entrepreneur. And along the way, I actually discovered that I enjoy working as a business owner. I enjoy being an entrepreneur because it fits the personality of my outgoingness. I enjoy making decisions of my own. I like the independence. I like almost the work-life balance. So eventually, when we started the company, Abundance Consulting, I found myself in a position where I'm helping people. I'm helping young people as well through our programs in schools. And I'm also observing human behavior. And all that, and in the position I'm in right now, I found a true alignment with my values, my personality, and my interests with the job I'm in. So in hindsight, when I look through my career journey, we realize that we want to bring some awareness to our clients, to our customers, to help them to gain early mastery of their own skills and their knowledge so that they do not take a long detour like myself to go through a 7 years of education, being a job that I don't enjoy, eventually to find out what I really like doing. So that is a little bit of my career journey, and also that gives me the drive to help people, to help individuals to know and be aware of what they wish for themselves and how to plan for their career. So that's my background. And let me share a little bit in context of the topic on Ikigai. Some of you may be aware that we are now in the industry 4.0, which is a knowledge economy. So we're living and working in a VUCA environment where things and work are a lot more complex. Things are also a bit uncertain, particularly during this COVID time, where now we are working from home, which is unforeseen maybe last year. And you see a lot more people working in a non-traditional setup, meaning they do not really look forward to working long-term within the same organization. Perhaps someone of a 20 or 30-year-old, they would have moved various jobs or even organizations over the past few years of their life. Unlike our parents, where we maybe or us who have lived and worked in the same environment, in the same organization for 20, 30 years. But now the dominant work environment is a series of transactions between an employee and company. They may not come in as a full-time employment. They're very happy to get a series of jobs or contracts across different organizations. And therefore, the career success definition in this day and age, especially among the millennials, will be one that is self-made. It is also self-defined on what is career and what is success. So they determine their own definition. They determine where they want to work, how they want to work, what they want to do. So in light of this knowledge economy and also the emphasis on self-expression amongst the workforce, they are a lot more aware of their well-being. They also take a lot more responsibility on expressing what they like and dislike. If you're a parent or a teacher, maybe you're a recruiter, you're probably facing discussions or conversations with people where such attitudes are displayed. And you're thinking they're so different from how we view the world of work when we were young. The young workforce are no longer motivated by a job prospect. They're not interested in climbing the corporate ladder. They may not be even thinking about what is the best pay when they're looking for the next job. So facing such perspective and mindset of the labor market, how do we support the career journey as a career coach? In the 20th century, various career development theories were developed to help career practitioners to have a framework to guide our clients towards career clarity. You might be aware of some of these here. John Holland has given us the career interest codes, where we help our clients identify the kind of environments and the type of tasks that they are interested in. Donald Super raised awareness that career comprise of paid and unpaid job roles over our entire lifespan. You may start from your very first laminate store to your retirement. You probably could still be engaged meaningfully. Schwarzberg has given us the 4S transition theory that asks us to consider the 4 aspects in career transition: the situation, self, support, and strategies. You might have heard of Happenstance by Crumbles, where he told us that we need to be flexible to respond to unplanned opportunity in our career journey. So these are the various approaches that we might have adopted in guiding our career clients or guiding maybe our students in planning the career education and career pathway. In Abundance Consulting, we've adopted Nodal transition model to help our clients find the career attributes. In this case, I'm referring to the career values that we use, values card sort like this one. We also look into their motivated skills, what they enjoy doing and do it very well in. We also look at the interests and the personality. So understanding this profile, we are able to guide them in the career journey, helping them to identify the kind of jobs, whether paid or unpaid, that you find joy and you find happiness working in. So this is the approach that we have used. However, with the alignment of career attributes and perhaps landing an ideal job, there is an additional dimension that is not fully addressed: the area of purpose and passion. Dan Bradner and his team has researched and authored a book, The Blue Zones of Happiness. You might be aware of this term, blue zones. In the world, there are about 7 zones where people have lived to a long, ripe old age, but they live with a lot of fulfillment and they live with a lot of vigor as well. So Dan actually researched into these communities and tried to glean from them what lessons can we learn to help us in turn find fulfillment. One of these blue zones is Okinawa, Japan. The islands in southern Japan are known to be the land of immortals because they have high number of longest living residents, which is pretty amazing. They are not only they have longevity, but they have a long, happy life and a very fulfilling, and they're also living a life that is full of energy. And when he researched into the residents of Okinawa, we found that there are 4 key components in this concept of Okinawa, or translated as reason for being or path to life fulfillment. So the 4 key components of Ikigai are what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what earns you money. In abundance, we are passionate in helping individuals live life to the fullest. Therefore, we have incorporated the concept of Ikigai into our career coaching framework. Let me illustrate how we conduct a career conversation with Ikigai in mind. The first area we like the client to identify is what they are good at. In this case, we want to know the client's career values, which are the internal drivers that help them make decisions. What are the strengths? What are they really strong and I guess not just only skilled, but they have displayed competencies in? We also look into their personality because that gives them or gives the clients a vocabulary on where, in what environment, in what kind of setting, in what kind of relationship that they are at best. And lastly, we look at the knowledge, meaning this is the academic portion, or this is the learning they have acquired through work or through school. So answers to these components can be found through various assessment tools. I have actually showed you what we use in abundance. We use career card sorts like this one to validate the self-discovery. You may choose to use other assessment tools that you're familiar with, as long as you're able to help the clients to express or to indicate these components within what you are good at. The second area is to help the client know if they are employable. In this case, we like the client to be clear on the range of jobs that are interesting to them, and yet they are also good job prospect in the market for them. They might be interested in maybe in plants. They enjoy planting. So in this case, you have to be helping the clients to understand that with that interest, how does it translate into a proper job or an employment? Or you might think of, is it some of a bright outlook in your market, or in your economy or country regarding the interest. We use career tools like career interest tools or ONET. Maybe in your country, you might have one that's created by your federal government to help individuals identify the range of career interests that they would need to research and look into further. So career interest is one of the aspects that they would need to think about. The other would be the skills. So in this case, we're looking at the technical skills that they have. Technical skills would be from schools, as I mentioned, or through job training they have acquired through the years. And then we look at the transferable skills, in this case, the soft skills, that they could move from one job role to another, perhaps even from one industry to another industry. So these two areas are very vital to help them identify what makes them employable, and perhaps even the competency level of the skills would need to be examined as well. When we look at skills, we not only think about the hard skills that they have or skills that they are good at, we want to make sure that they also are skills they enjoy doing, because there is no point pursuing a job that keep on using certain skills they hate using. They will not be engaged, they will not be motivated in this job or in this position. So now we have looked at the second area of what earns you money. So after exploring these two areas, you have basically helped the client identify the profession or the job option. And perhaps this is where we have held most of our career conversations with our clients or students, looking at what they're good at, identifying those items or those elements within what you're good at, looking at the knowledge, looking at the skills. We pair it up with the job prospect in the market, what is available in the market, and then we just bang a job, and that's it. But to be honest, this is only the halfway mark of the Ikigai state. The third area is to help them or let them know that it is important to know what they love. And these are definitely not work related, because we want them to be passionate. We want them to know that what they love is equally important in their career search or in their career exploration. So in areas of what they love, we need to identify the type of activities they enjoy doing. These activities are so fun or it is so enjoyable that to the point they would set aside time for that or even make sacrifices for these activities. The next element would be the environment they like to be in. In this case, we were thinking about, do they enjoy being outdoor? Do they enjoy being indoor? Do they enjoy hanging around with lots of people, or they prefer to work alone in a quiet environment? Maybe they like to work around food or even places where there are a lot of mechanical things. So environment somehow would also make a difference for these people. The last element of what you love would be the type of people or who you're with. In this case, we will be looking at, do they enjoy working or being with people that they're familiar with or people that they're not familiar with? Are they comfortable with strangers? Are they comfortable with only one or two people present in the environment, or they enjoy being in a big crowd? So all these little things, we will actually derive a theme for the client through the conversation and through this discovery. So these are some possible questions you can pose to your clients when we help them to unearth or to identify what they love. So these are some suggested questions that you might pose to your clients. What is most important to you in your life? Answer that question. You can ask them, what is your idea of a perfect day? So as they describe, as they talk about the perfect day, you will also identify certain themes, you will identify certain elements to that perfect day or to what is important. And then that's where you pick up the different components or the different factors that would matter for them. So let us overlay these three areas. Notice the intersection of what you love with the other two areas. If you find your clients doing something that not only they love, but happens to earn the money, then you'll find that, hey, I've got a good job because I am enjoying myself and this job is a perfect position for me. But if you found out that, or the clients found out, not only they love what they're doing, it gives them money, it pays well, and they're also very good at it, then there is a passion and an opportunity for them to serve. So now the client have the vocabulary to describe how they can serve others by knowing what they love. The last area to identify now is who can the client serve? What the world needs. In this case, sometimes the clients may be hard-pressed to answer the question that, oh, it is such a big topic, or it is something that is impossible, and they can't bring any change to the world. Maybe in this case, we need to define the world for them. It doesn't have to be the global world out there, but the world that they immediately have influence over or they're part of. What is the sphere of influence? What is the community that they're already a part of? Then looking at that community, looking at their world that they're in, what breaks their heart? What really gives them the desire to bring a change to? Get them to think about that. Get them to think about what would your world need more of. As they look deep, as they look further, then they start finding certain gaps or certain needs in their world. So let's view the intersection of all four areas. We notice that when we are clearer of where we put our knowledge, our skills, and passion to a defined community like the world, then there is a purpose in our lives. And that is our mission in abundance. It is to find out for the client or help the clients find out these four areas and then find the connection between all four areas, and therefore they could start on their path to finding their purpose in the life. So in abundance, in all career trainings and coaching services, we combine the use of career transition model and our creative tools like the photo cards here, because sometimes the clients need little catalysts to get them to think about the two answers to what they love or what the world needs. It is sometimes not very easy to quantify or easy to just articulate. So we use creative tools like photo cards to get them to think and to be more creative, to be more associative in their discussion. So we put all these together in our program or in our approach to help our clients identify the four areas of Ikigai. And our clients have actually found such approach, such way of exploring the career to be a lot more interesting and a lot more engaging. This process has also empowered the client to express their passion and to craft their personal career journey. In summary, thank you for sharing this moment with me and for me to share the concept of Ikigai to all career practitioners listening in. If you had known and adopted this into your practice, I would love to hear your stories and to learn from you. For those who have not heard of this concept before, I encourage you to research into it and think about how you can apply this concept into your practice or perhaps into your next career conversation with your student, your client, or perhaps your child. Thank you, Sonia, for this invitation, and I hope the time we spent was helpful for all listeners. I'd like to use this space to wish everyone a blessed Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe and be healthy. Goodbye.